Willkommen bei das 80s Show. 80s, Dori. Wie geht's?
Oh my God, nothing could have prepared me for that. Nothing.
You knew I was going to do it. I do not have the decorum nor the manners to not do such things.
But now you have to explain why you did that.
So if the show sounds a little bit different, if you do hear a sound from the background here and there, Dori and I are not in the usual studio. We are at the Goethe Institute of Johannesburg. Institute.
Yes.
It's a German place. We are doing some podcasty things with people, and we decided, well, since we're both here and finding time in our calendars is hard enough already, let's just record the show during a lunch break.
Yes.
How was lunch?
Lunch was delicious.
You had more fish. You had more bones in your fish than I did.
Yes.
I had less bony fish.
Yes.
Bony fish and bony M. That's what you're going to get.
And Boney M has a German link, doesn't it?
They're totally German. They're fully the producer.
Okay, German. So this is going to be a very German-themed show.
Are we going to see the Hoff?
I mean,
he's the most German man I know. Literally. No, I don't know. That's so funny. My daughter's writing exams, and the section she's talking about, or one of the sections I had to help her with, was about the building and the collapse of the Berlin Wall.
Of course.
And it's like, what events led to the collapse of the Berlin Wall?
If she writes David Hasselhoff, I don't think she's going to get a good mark.
She got taught David Hasselhoff.
By you?
Whether she uses that information.
Not by this. I doubt that's in the syllabus.
I showed her the video. I said, this is the Berlin Wall coming down. There's Michael Knight. It's history, Dori. It's history. The history books will say.
It's true. If you Google it, it's true.
It's true. Lying, not lying. See, there are some very excited people in the background. So, Dori, we got to fix and address some things that happened in last week's show, kind of revisit it.
Is this like the apology on page 3?
No, we never apologize. We just, you see, what's good about doing a segment like this, Rectify, is that I get to so I only need to do 75% new content a week, because 25% is rehashed. Because, Dori, if we had to sit here and rectify and do retractions and apologize for incorrect facts, I mean, that'd be the whole show. Paulo and Dori apologize.
Could be an offshoot.
No, because I never...
Could be bonus content that people can pay for.
I don't apologize.
Because we'll make it funny.
It could. It'd be even less accurate.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's go. We're speaking last week in the context of Rob Lowe saying in St. Elmo's Fire, his scene of playing the saxophone in a tank top with a bat on it is the most 80s thing in any of his movies ever, right? And then we started wondering, St. Elmo's Fire, fantastic soundtrack, got a song, Man in Motion, St. Elmo. So we started talking about the soundtrack. Then we said, how many saxophone songs are on that soundtrack? Now, me, being an intrepid podcaster, I had to right my wrong. I had to rectify my rectum.
Because you said not much, if I remember correctly.
Dori, do you think I was right or wrong?
I think that you were wrong, and there's saxophone on every single song.
How much does not much? 14 songs on the soundtrack. 14 songs.
Right.
How many songs... It's a technicality, but how many songs on that sound? Okay, let's do it this way. 14 songs, but 4 of them are instrumentals of the song. Okay, so 10 songs.
Okay.
How many of them have to have saxophone in it for me to be wrong?
15. No, I'm joking. 14. Okay,
Only
12. Let's go with 12.
So, first, Man in Motion, no saxophone.
Okay.
Okay. There was a song that, the song that he played, Rob Lowe's character played, Shakedown.
Right.
Naturally got saxophone.
Of course.
Only 2 of the songs had saxophone, and they were both instrumentals. So, still right.
No, I think you're still right.
But Dori, take your mind. Okay? You don't have to, because I'm going to play it for you, and we're going to have a little interlude for you to listen to the schmaltzy songs. I think we think of St. Elmo's Fire and we think, you gotta be a man in motion. It's all triumphant.
Yes.
There's a lot of smolchy shit. Okay.
I'm going to rewatch that movie very soon.
Very soon. So if you want to hear what Dori and I are listening to, we're going to listen to Love Theme from St. Elmo's Fire.
Hang on.
The instrumental by David Foster.
David
David Foster.
Yes.
David Foster, Love Theme from St. Elmo's Fire.
I remember it.
In the show notes, if you don't remember, take a listen. So you're going to listen like a little jingle thing. It's going to be like a 1.5 seconds long. Dori and I are listening to a 4-minute song. Now, we've all come back from that, sniffling, evidently.
Hand me the tissue.
Do you find that song sounds like softcore porn looks? Right.
I mean, I vaguely remember the music video. I remember him sitting and playing the piano.
Okay.
I feel like everything was white. Maybe that's incorrect.
So, like David Foster, not a bad-looking dude.
Not a bad
good-looking guy.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like the piano was white. He was dressed in white. This might be a Richard Clayderman thing that's coming into
you're
my
having
brain.
a bit of you're having.
I
one of
might
those.
be having a bit of fuzz, but scenes from the movie.
Okay, that'll make sense.
But like really dramatic and angsty and
slow down.
Yes, soft focus, and that's why you're thinking porn.
Porn, or that's if Living and Loving had to be a song, the Living and Loving magazine had to be a song. It'd be that.
Yes,
as well.
That is so true.
And you know, there's a lyrical version on the soundtrack, which I listened to.
Okay,
it's got lyrics.
What are the lyrics?
Let me put it inside you. I don't know, Dori. I don't go that far. So that is one of the two. Now you can imagine there is a massive. I mean, if you've listened, you probably just come out of the massive saxophone solo.
Yes,
huge saxophone. We got to find the actual video for that, because that was like one of the like an album art cover. We got to find the actual like music video. Put that up on that 80 Show essay on Facebook.
Oh, I'll find it.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I think would be easier to find? The softcore porn movie that it features in. Because I'm telling you, it must feature in 7 at least.
No, I think David Foster's people would have tracked that down and
ended
had that sorted.
Okay.
Because he looked like a very clean living guy. Like very, you know.
You know what now we have to rectify next week's show?
Yeah.
We know nothing about David Foster.
We know nothing.
So coming up in next week's
guy
show.
who did some music. That's what we know.
Coming up, he was probably the most deviant fucker ever. People who make music like that are fucking filth.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, something else to rectify from last week. We're speaking 80s TV deaths that shocked me predominantly. We spoke about Optimus Prime dying in the Transformers movie to sell more toys. We spoke about Jean-Michel Visson dying in Airwolf to...
And did you see what I posted on our Facebook page?
His brother...
someone pronouncing St. John.
Spelled St. John.
But pronounced St. John.
St. John.
That weird memory that lived in the recesses of my brain and I had not thought about for decades until you literally said those words to me. Isn't it amazing how the brain works?
You must understand.
I just remembered.
You must understand, Dori. Dori has probably forgotten at least 3 conversations that we've had today. Like we'll never ever have any recollection of them.
None.
Somehow she remembers St. John.
Yep.
Prompted by us. Jean-Michel Visson.
I think, you know how people have all their different sections of the brain, like the memory section, the emotion section, all that. I've got an 80s section.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. If you have an 80s section
of your... healthiest section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of people listen to the show. Very pronounced, developed,
I mean, if an
abundant.
80s song comes on, I know every single word.
This is a true story.
Yeah.
Dori its best days, can't even remember her surname. Yeah.
Who are you?
Exactly. But we spoke of Optimus Prime, St. John, the non-death of Bobby Ewing.
Yeah, the fake death.
But the resurrection of his bum, and other words that rhyme with resurrection to some people. And Noel Opperman, good friend of ours, curator supreme. reminded us of one that you spoke. See, you forgot about it.
Totally forgot.
The death of Dawie die Kabouter and his wife.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't remember this. You seem to remember it.
Dawie die Kabouter. Remember that little fucker, the little gnome wife. They kissed by rubbing noses. Remember that shit?
Vaguely.
And it was in Afrikaans in South Africa. We never got it. It was dubbed. It was made to be dubbed. I think it originated in Spain, animated in Holland. It was like a United
I don't know what
Nations.
its other name was, but
Daniel the Dwarf, Daniela Ricardo. I don't know. It was like a lot of things, right? But yeah, we had Dawie die Kabouter.
Gnome, though.
A gnome, yeah. Dawie die Kabouter is a gnome. Stoute Kabouter, as they call them. And they died. And I was like, oh my God. I remember this shit. Because a gnome would just die at 400 years old. They would just die on their 400th. But they wouldn't die. They turned into trees. This is the thing, though. They were little. Were they little trees that they turned into bonsai? They're not Japanese. They're Spanish. Okay, a whole bunch of other questions. But that's how Dawie die Kabouter and his wife, they held hands. And then when they were trees, the branches were interlinked. Oh, sweet.
Aww.
Sweet, hey? That's sweet.
Thank you, Noel, for jogging our memory on that.
For the latest in gnome-based knowledge, we know Noel. My daughter's also studying English at the moment. Okay, so we look forward to fixing up things. We talk about this in this week's show, next week's show. Last week we dropped the show on the 4th of July. Of course, 4th of July was the 40-year anniversary of the release of Back to the Future #1, the prequel to the better Back to the Future 2. But we will celebrate it. I mean, when it's time to celebrate Back to the Future 2, we'll do it. We'll have a day, we'll have a show. May not come in our pants that day. Like, I don't know how I'm going to dress on that day, but it will be bright, it'll be day glow.
I don't believe you at all. I think you have it planned to the tiniest detail.
Indeed, tiny, Dori. Oh, very, very tiny. So, a lot of content, a lot of interviews coming out, new stuff, which is very exciting. We love new Back to the Future stuff. Lots of interviews. Bob Gale, producer, very involved in making, he says, Back to the Future wouldn't be made today from the pure element. He says, if I had to walk into any studio today and tell about this movie where there is a teenage boy that hangs out in a shed with an old scientist, immediately they'd go, change that. What's their relationship? This is fucked.
I thought you were going to say it would not be made because of him going back in time and his mother trying to get into his pants.
Dori, do you watch TV these days? Do you watch new shows? So this is actually an interesting thing, right? I was reading about this. Think in your mind how many new shows involve incest. Starting with Game of Thrones, White Lotus, so many shows involve incest. Because I was reading, they say it's the only thing shocks people anymore. Because there is no taboos when it comes to, pursuits of the flesh. Incest is kind of the last one. It's the only way they can get a shock out of people on TV. Incest.
Huh.
Yeah. So even that, if you had to take in today's frame, they go, no, and then his mom's into, and they're like, fucking love that. White Lotus, we had two brothers jerking each other off. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched the new White Lotus, right? It's like, that's not a problem. Old man in a shed, problem.
Really? So pedophilia is passe?
They weren't pedophilic. It was just like they were friends.
I know, but that's exactly what you're implying, right?
So you see the thing, this is a debate we're having. We are more concerned about a mother and a daughter, a mother and a son in a relationship having a smooch than we are about an old man just hanging out in a shed with Michael J. Fox.
Well, we are, but you're saying that today's studios would not be.
They wouldn't make it. Some great stuff from Leah Thompson. This is going to make you think, right? So she says, there's this thing about the movie. Think about Back to the Future. It's so enduring. It's really a timeless movie. Okay. And she gets asked this and she says, it's this happy accident of like, it just goes from generation to generation. Like, you watched Back to the Future, you want to show your kids Back to the Future, your kids will show their kids Back to the Future. Like Back to the Future.
And all the kids love it. There isn't a kid who goes, this is terrible. Crap.
Yeah. It's just these universal themes. And I think it goes back to the thing like they say, and how they originated making it, is that we all go, would I be friends with my parents if I met them at my age? And everybody thinks that. That's the universal truth of it, right? From when they wrote it, they talk about going like, would I be, he found, I can't remember who was involved with it, but basically said, I found a yearbook of my dad, and I said, would I be friends with him if we were in high school? And that's what triggered the whole thought. The time travel and everything came in. So you have that thought. And then it's also the thing Leah Thompson says. She goes, that jump from 1955 to 1985, she goes, like, think about it now. That's a 30-year jump. Do you know where we'd land if we had to jump back 30 years? 1995. And think about 1995. So she goes, our phones were a little bit different, but we had computers, we had everything. The world wasn't that different, but the jump from 55 to 85 was wild. So she goes, it was just the perfect time frame that you could go, I get this was so different.
Yes.
Going back to 1995, it's that other thing that you often see about Dazed and Confused, that if they had to, from the time Dazed and Confused was set, right? So Dazed and Confused came out in like 95, 96. It was set in mid-70s. If they had to do the equivalent jump of a movie now, they'd be going to the last day of high school in like 2007 or some shit like that.
I mean, who cares?
Who cares? Like, that's just normal.
Yeah.
It just shows how the world changed, how much we're dealing with, Dori. Our brains. My movie this week, we're going to get into movies right now. My movie was actually inspired by this list on Cracked.
Okay.
All is good. 23 movies brought you mostly by cocaine.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Interesting that it's on Cracked.
Yes, indeed. I'm only going to give that. There are a surprisingly huge number of 80s ones on here. Not all 20.
Funny that.
The majority are 80s. Okay.
I wonder why.
Okay. Firstly, we've actually never discussed this movie. Ever done it. And it's so huge. Blues Brothers.
I've mentioned it, but
we've never done
actually gone into it. You know the thing about Blues Brothers? It's so famous. It's so culty. When I watched it, I was a bit disappointed because it had been built up
so much.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not a great movie, but I think I was expecting more.
No.
And there's some great scenes, but overall, it doesn't really feature in my brain.
It's exactly. It's kind of like they've got anyway. Blues Brothers, they actually literally had a budget for cocaine.
Well, that's because of the cast, though, right?
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't in the movie. Or was it in the movie? I can't remember.
I don't know. Not an 80s movie, but based on an 80s video game and starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. So I'll put it in. Street Fighter. Okay, came out in 1994, but Street Fighter came out in the 80s. But we got to talk about Jean-Claude Van Damme, who also had a cocaine budget. Okay, on set. The rumor was it was nearly impossible to get that movie insured because everyone knew how unpredictable and mercurial Jean-Claude Van Damme was in the 90s because of his cocaine habit.
And I thought he was like so clean living athlete type,
Well, he was an athlete.
Yeah.
But Blazing Saddles, maybe the all-time champ, where they spent a month on the Warner Brothers lot basically coked out of their mind on all sorts of other drugs to the point where they refused to allow Richard Pryor to star as Sheriff Bart, and almost, because you know that story, they wanted Richard Pryor, but no one would insure him. Okay, again, they just said, forget it. And they almost refused to allow Mel Brooks to shoot the script. So, the end of Blazing Saddles, they crash into a whole bunch of other movies. It's kind of this very meta.
Oh, I really don't remember it.
Yeah. Along with that scene, along with everybody on there being, I think Gene Wilder was quite wild, but Richard Pryor took all the...
Richard Pryor was Wilder.
Very, very nice. Let's jump over to the next 80s movie. Of course, a movie starring Hulk Hogan and funded by the WWF at the time. No Holds Barred. Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon locked in a hotel room over a weekend and rewrote the entire script while fucked on coke. If you've ever watched that movie, what were they doing for the other 47 hours? Because they wrote that script in an hour. Got fucked on coke, wrote that script in an hour.
Have you spoken about that movie on the show? It sounds like your kind of movie.
No, I have done it.
Yes?
I have done it, yes.
Okay.
I've done 2 Hulk Hogan movies.
That's what I thought.
2. Nightmare on Elm Street. When they're shooting the music video, so there was a song in it called Dream Warriors. When they're shooting the music video, they were all doing lines off the blades of Freddy Krueger's gloves. That's
Now,
that's
if
funny.
those have been sold as like memorabilia, like on auction,
With the Coke on it.
you know what I mean? Like that changes everything. Like if somebody bought those as movie memorabilia,
Yeah. Yeah.
that kind of changes everything.
I love that. I think it's hilarious. You wouldn't think this one, but Twins, starring Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Danny DeVito said at the wrap party for Twins is a fucking great movie.
it really is.
I mean, Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger are twins. You couldn't make that movie now. Who are you going to use? Peter Dinklage and John Cena. I want to watch. I want to watch it.
That would actually work.
That's totally work.
That would work.
Fuck, I swear to
I'll
God.
watch anything with Peter Dinklage.
If I see a fucking Twins remake with Peter Dinklage and John Cena, I'm fucking. This is time stamped.
Yeah, exactly. This is proof.
If this is stolen,
Unless it comes out next week, then you know.
Dori, CGI that can make movies so quickly. I swear, if there is a Twins, fuck it. Anyway, look, it's very obvious. But anyway, so they're at the rap party for Twins, and Danny DeVito hears Arnold Schwarzenegger selling. But he's shouting, "Danny, Danny, look how long my name is." So they wrote out Arnold Schwarzenegger's name in Coke. Him and Danny DeVito, when they walked in, they had their names written out in Coke at the rap party.
That's insane.
It's a lot of Coke. That
Wow.
is so much Coke. No surprise, Apocalypse Now.
No surprise at all.
Dennis
Have you
Hop-
not watched the documentary about?
Oh,
behind the
yes,
scenes?
you've spoken about it.
Yes.
Dennis Hopper reportedly consumed a case of beer, a half a gallon of rum, and 3 grams of cocaine daily.
And he outlived almost everyone he ever acted with.
All of them. Martin
Like,
Sheen had a heart attack
Yeah.
during filming.
Yes.
They just went so hard.
Yeah.
That cast, of course, they're fucking going hard.
I mean, can you imagine?
A case of beer, a gallon of rum, and 3 grams of coke every day.
Kind of wish I'd been a fly on the wall, though. It must have been quite something. I mean, we've got the documentary, so
Yeah.
we see a lot of it. And we've got the stories, which are not exaggerated, I promise.
Yeah, I don't think so. We've spoken about this, Popeye.
Yes.
They literally had a plane flying cocaine in every day. They had to fly cocaine in the Fultons. They had to bribe the Maltese government where they were shooting to allow them to land their planefuls of cocaine. Dori, I'm going to mention this movie because it is in 1979, but it's a Steven Spielberg bomb. Have you heard of the movie called 1941 by Steven Spielberg?
No, I don't think I have, actually.
It's starring John Belushi.
Okay.
Okay. It's about the World War II.
Okay.
And supposedly as much drugs as the Blues Brothers, this had just as many. I think I'm going to review 1941, even though it's not 80s.
No, but it's cusping. I think it's allowed.
We spoke about the Stephen King Maximum Overdrive, The Killer Truck.
Oh, God.
We've seen the trailer. I'm going to pop that up on where Stephen King kind of like talks about his movie. And he is fucked up. He did so much coke. Cobra.
Oh, yes?
Yes, of course.
Who? Stallone.
Of course, Stallone.
Oh.
Cobra could only have been thought of by somebody who is half human, half cocaine.
God, this is such a great film still. I really love it.
Number 3 is my movie that I'm going to recommend today that I found in this list.
Okay, I think you should go first then.
No, that's not no, don't fuck with the order, Dori. The whole thing will blow up.
Okay.
The Empire Strikes Back, basically saying any movie starring Carrie Fisher in the 80s was full of cocaine. And Howard the Duck.
What?
Howard the Duck.
Who?
If you're going to sign up to do a movie like Howard the Duck,
True.
and you have to have sex with the duck, okay, everybody's doing it. Even the prosthetic, they definitely snorted coke out of the duck's head.
Oh, I thought you were going to say out of the duck something else.
The ducks crack. The ducks don't have penises.
Ducks, what do they call it? Clicoa. What?
That's it. Yeah, because ducks have like got a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, snort cocaine off that. Robert England.
Duck's bull.
That's much cleaner. Why did we have to go to the duck's bum and the duck's penis? Why did we go
Because we
there?
are ourselves.
God, duck's bull. That everyone gets it. Okay, Dori is very excited about a movie. She's teased that it is inadvertently German, I mean, unintentionally.
No, not unintentionally. Not
Okay.
Intentionally German.
Dori's so excited. Not only she watched the movie, she watched a documentary about the movie. You got to know when Dori preps.
At this point, I just want to warn you, this is probably the artiest movie I've ever spoken about. So you need to now imagine
Wait.
jazzy music.
This is the sound Paulo makes when he hears that. Okay.
And even though that is probably the case, I still think you're going to appreciate this.
Okay.
For various reasons. You might even know of this movie.
Do I need to line up the Saint Elmo's any saxophone solos?
There is an 80s artist that features in this movie, but probably the polar opposite of David Foster.
Liberace.
No, the opposite. Liberace is also a piano playing person, so no. You would know, I assume, of a movie that, I think it came out in the 2000s, who knows, I don't remember, called City of Angels.
Oh my God, that movie made me so angry. Can I talk about that movie? Are you linking to that movie? I
am linking to that movie, and it also made me angry, possibly for different reasons.
Are you going to give me a chance to talk about how angry? Okay,
Start.
So here's the thing. You're an angel. You got all the power in the world, right? And I get it. You're going to, lovely, it's so whatever. You're giving away all your angel's power for a woman, and then it's Meg Ryan. So I'm like, fuck, okay, I don't find that romantic at all. Meg Ryan, she's America's sweetheart. End of the day, she's going to get old. She's not going to look like Meg Ryan forever. As you know, Meg Ryan, we get it. Why give up your fucking powers? Having powers, fuck love. I want to have powers. I want to live forever. I want to walk through walls. I want to do all that shit. And you give up all for fucking Meg Ryan. Maybe if they had somebody else in the role, okay, I could get it. But everybody's getting old and crankier and horrible and shout at you for shit. Okay, being an angel is fucking boss, and you just gave it all up. And you made Goo Goo Dolls popular.
That's actually the one song by the Goo Goo Dolls I like.
No. I just had to take a shit on Goo Goo Dolls.
And don't forget, Meg Ryan dies.
That's the thing. That's the whole thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, she gets hit by a truck.
Yeah.
When she's riding a bicycle?
Yeah.
What the fuck are those two vehicles doing anywhere near each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, exactly.
Yeah.
So he had just stopped being an angel that morning.
They had had sex once.
Yes, and he's coming to her and said, this is so brilliant. I'm no longer an angel. Boom. Guess what? Truck.
And then he's like, I don't regret it.
Oh, fuck you, don't.
I got to touch you.
No, you're kind of like, come on, 24 hours. I mean, you can cancel anything in 24 hours, surely.
Well, he does apparently. I mean, I don't remember, but he does apparently go back to being an angel.
But he does? Does he kill him? Because then he dies.
I don't know if he dies. Anyway,
let's not get sidetracked.
The point is, City of Angels was based on a movie from 1987, a German movie.
Oh, dear.
Called Wings of Desire.
Oh.
By a German filmmaker named Wim Wenders.
This was definitely on ETV late night.
No.
With a sound like that.
No, this was way too arty to ever have been on TV. I saw this movie at Mini Cine in Hillbrow on the recommendation of friends that I met at university who were so goth that they loved all things German.
That is...
All things.
That is... Half goths?
I mean, I don't know about that, but...
He's not German.
Yeah.
So they're half goths.
It was after the fall of the Berlin Wall, though. Anyway.
Yeah.
The other reason they were so into this movie, as I mentioned before, there is an 80s star, the polar opposite of David Foster in the movie.
Yes.
Nick Cave is in the movie.
Fucking hell.
A song of his is featured on the soundtrack.
No wonder your friends wanted to go watch it at Mini Cine in Hillbrow.
That was where you went to watch this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I went along to go watch it on their recommendation, and it blew me away. Honestly, it is a magnificent piece of European cinema. I'm going to sound like Barry Wronger now.
Really?
It is primarily in black and white.
I can see that.
They actually got a cinematographer who was in his 80s. He was retired. He was like, I'm done. But he was the German cinematographer who was most well known for making the best black and white films. He had been working like since the 30s, 40s, etc.
So not the best, that's all he knows.
That he was just the expert.
Yeah.
So when Wim Wenders was making this film and he knew that he wanted to shoot in black and white, he went to this man and said, will you come out of retirement to make this movie for me? And he did. I found this all out in the documentary that I watched, which I will post the link to, because if you are a fan of this movie, or if you are going to watch this movie and then love it, you must watch the documentary because it tells you fascinating things. So, same idea. Angel falls in love with a woman, decides he doesn't want to be an angel anymore.
Hotter than Meg Ryan? Claudia Schiffer, maybe.
She's a German actress. I don't personally think she's hotter than Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan, don't get me, she's America's sweetheart, but Meg Ryan, man.
I do think that the guy playing the angel was probably hotter than Nicolas Cage, but that's probably because I don't think Nicolas Cage is all that.
Weird looking.
Yeah. But there's way more. Oh, also, can we just quickly go back to City of Angels? There is one amazing thing about City of Angels, and that's Andre Braga.
I can't say I remember. That movie made me so angry I never watched it again. Yeah.
Well, he's like a great part of the movie, but that's where it ends. There's a few differences. I'm going to give some spoilers of Wings of Desire, but they're actually not spoilers. They're going to make you want to watch it more, hopefully.
Dori, seeing as where we are.
Yes.
And seeing as the unintended German theme of our show, can you please say from now on, just refer to it as in its German name? Wings of Desire.
Okay.
Der Himmel über Berlin. That's its name in German.
Okay.
Der Himmel über Berlin. So from now on, that's how you must say it.
So the movie,
I'll say it.
Okay. The movie was actually, the intention behind the movie was a love story to the city about the city of Berlin.
Yeah.
He wanted to showcase how beautiful Berlin was. And he thought, how can I showcase this like with a bird's eye view? And then he got this idea of angels. Also, there's a lot of angels in the architecture in Berlin. So he kind of got inspired. Yes. And then he got hold of this other guy to help him write the screenplay, but they could not think of a story. So, and this is what's so fascinating about this movie, they almost made the story up as they were going along. There was no script. The cast were not given a script. The cast were given ideas,
people after
dialogue.
People after our own heart.
This is very European, very German. There's another cool thing about this movie. There's two things I want to still say about it. First of all, really worth watching. Just saying it again. There is, you can't really say a cameo. One of the stars is Peter Falk, as in Columbo,
right?
Playing Peter Falk. He's playing himself.
What a fucking weird movie.
And he is the ex-angel who decided to go to Earth.
Okay.
Who helps our angel.
Right.
I cannot remember in City of Angels if this was the case. It must have been. But I can't think who it would have been.
Angry. Don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. Don't watch City of Angels. Watch Der
Himmel über Berlin.
Yes, watch that rather. Peter Falk is amazing. He also kind of had to make stuff up as he was going along. I only recently, this is such a terrible confession. I only recently read that Peter Falk has an artificial eye. Did you know that he had an artificial eye? I always just thought he was weirdly squint.
That's why it's called Columbo, not Columbia. That is a very hard-working joke. But if you take the time, the payoff is really worth it.
Wow.
It's doing a lot of things.
I'm going to just let that sink in.
Take your time. Skip back 15 seconds and listen again.
Wow. Anyway, maybe we can cut that out. No, we should probably keep it.
It's staying in, Dori.
Just an aside. I only recently found out he had an artificial eye. And the other cool thing about this movie, like I said, there's going to be spoilers. She doesn't die at the end.
She leaves him.
No.
Because it's goth.
No.
Lesbian?
It's left slightly open-ended.
Okay.
They meet. She appears to like him a lot. Mm-hmm. And then it just ends saying to be continued. That's it. And it's never continued.
Okay.
the cool thing about this movie as well, so
Did you tell me she's a trapeze artist?
no, I didn't. But let me tell you an interesting thing about that. But first, I want to just say the movie's in black and white when it's from the angel's point of view. As soon as he falls to earth and becomes human, it moves into color,
Okay.
which is also like an arty effect, as in his whole world was very grey, and now he's experiencing
colour,
the
yeah.
range of human emotions, taste, and all that. And in fact, when he falls, he cuts his lip and he tastes blood, and he's so excited to
Okay.
taste blood, which is very German.
And so goth.
So goth.
Mini Cinny. I didn't even know what was hitting it.
So the trapeze artist part, she was Wim Wenders, the writer and director's girlfriend at the time. And she said she wanted to be in the movie. And he said, okay, but I want her to be a trapeze artist because I want her to kind of be someone who can fly in an artificial way.
Okay.
You know, symbolism, angel, blah, 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 blah. She learned in 8 weeks how to be a trapeze artist.
Wow.
She did not have a stunt double. They did not have a safety net. She did everything herself. And she was like a professional trapeze artist in 8 weeks while they were filming, which I think is amazing.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah. It's a magnificent movie. It's very deep. It's very moving. It's way better than City of Angels.
Yeah.
It came out in 1987, but in some ways it's timeless.
What's it, like 10 years ahead of City of Angels?
No, I think somewhere around there. But
City of Angels.
I think City of Angels was early 2000s. I don't know. Who cares?
Der Himmel über Berlin. My accent changed so
It's
many
beautiful.
times, but that's...
It's deep. There's also a little bit of a side story with because he's got a friend who's also an angel, Cassiel.
Yeah.
He's got a friend so I think it's Andre Braga in City of Angels. There's a little bit of a side story with him. And then actually they make a sequel to Wings of Desire called Far Away So Close in the early 90s, which is his story continued.
Okay, so that is...
Yes.
Okay.
But the main guy, Damiel, played by Bruno Ganz, who's if you've ever watched Downfall, which is the movie that has been memeified to death, he played Hitler. You know, Hitler freaking out in his bunker?
Yes.
So many memes of that.
Yes.
That is Bruno Ganz, the main star.
Okay.
Because he was Hitler in the movie Downfall. He's a phenomenal actor, no longer with us, rest in peace. Some of my favorite movies have featured him.
Hitler.
This is one of them.
Bruno.
Bruno.
Der Himmel über Berlin. Dori is in her feels. Who does the soundtrack?
Oh, so there's a guy.
Kraftwerk.
No, there's a composer.
So I'm saying, what's the Goo Goo Dolls equivalent
Nick Cave.
for this? So it's Nick Cave.
Nick Cave with a song From Her to Eternity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very arty from Dori. Well done. I expect nothing less from you going forward now. Oh, Dori's even clicking.
Snaps.
Jeez, when Dori does her homework, she knocks it out the park. I have an equally fascinating movie this week. Fascinating.
I'm going to guess not arty.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Ooh.
What movie?
Fear and Loathing, but that's not 80s.
Then everyone goes, that's the only movie they've ever made about him.
No, I know it's not.
Oh, do you know the other? Do you know another?
I've heard of it. I can't think what it is, but yes.
There's a movie called Where the Buffalo Roam.
Yes.
Right. Apparently that's also one of his books. And it stars Bill Murray as a version of Hunter S. Thompson. Drug-fueled, guns, fucking wild. And it's basically loosely based Hunter S. Thompson's life, but put in like a really more extreme way than Hunter S. Thompson. So I think Fear and Loathing
was accurate.
It was accurate, right?
Yes.
This goes like really over the top, Bill Murray-ish.
And if you think that Fear and Loathing's over the top, because it feels it.
Do you know this movie isn't really a movie? It's just a series of set pieces of going ballistic. So it's obviously comes out 1987, so it's about 11 years before Fear and Loathing.
Same year. Our movies are from the same year.
Oh, indeed. What a year in mini cine. You know, for movies like this. This is a mini cine.
This is pretty arty.
This is a mini cine movie.
Yeah. Bill Murray as well.
You got Bill Murray. And Bill Murray is flying so high in all ways at this time. He plays Hunter S. Thompson, but a satirized version of Hunter S. Thompson, which is quite weird because Hunter S. Thompson is such a crazy character.
And does he feature himself, Hunter S. Thompson, in the movie as a cameo, because he does in Fear and Loathing as well.
So
and he usually does, from what I understand.
He doesn't pop up in this, right? But him and Bill Murray are super good friends at this stage. Okay, and Hunter S. Thompson goes, I want Bill Murray to play me. In fact, preparing for the role, Bill Murray goes and lives with Hunter S. Thompson.
Just like Johnny Depp did.
Okay, but the difference was Johnny Depp tied up in a chair while Hunter S. Thompson fired a machine gun.
Yeah. Yeah, that went far. Yeah.
I think Johnny Depp fucking went crazy after living with Hunter S. Thompson.
Yes, I have said
he was never the same after that.
Never the same.
Right?
Never.
Like, he did not come back
in a
from
bad
that.
way. Yeah.
You may argue, did Bill Murray? I mean, Bill Murray has always been unhinged, but this also fucking kind of...
Well, what did he do after this movie? That's the question.
Groundhog Day.
Great film.
Yeah, and he's just done a lot of Groundhog Days. Groundhog Day, great films since then. So Hunter S. Thompson goes, I don't want to be involved in this movie. I do want to be involved in this movie. I don't want to be involved in this movie. You can't play me. You can play me. Also just fucking throwing chaos and keeping coming through. You can't do this. You can't do that. Putting pressure on Bill Murray. But Bill Murray at this point thinks he's Hunter S. Thompson. So you have Bill Murray playing Hunter S. Thompson, Hunter S. Thompson being Hunter S. Thompson, just causing absolute fucking chaos on the set. I can't say to you that there's any memorable scenes or anything in this movie. It's fucking constant chaos. Bill Murray, it seems there's no script. There's no direction. There's no story. No, exactly. Because Hunter S. Thompson kept rewriting, making Bill it was just a fucking disaster, and you can see it. Hunter S. Thompson later says the film was a bad joke that just got out of hand. Too many dumb people. A dumb movie made by dumb people who didn't understand anything. There's some side story about the Bill Murray, Hunter S. Thompson trying to get to Nixon, and then Richard Nixon turns into a lizard. It's just fucking chaos, right?
That an Illuminati reference, probably, hey?
Oh, probably, very definitely. Very definitely. So Bill Murray had to be like sent to like a bit of a dry out clinic after this because he was just so mentally fucked. He just forgot who he was. His wife said that getting him to stop being Hunter took months.
Yeah.
And the experience led him to like on the verge of a mental breakdown. Thompson hated the final cut. He kind of didn't get it. He didn't get that Bill Murray was playing him as a joke. But Bill Murray doesn't know if he was playing him as a joke or anything. It's just a fucking weird batshit movie that based on the list I found it on, movies fueled by coke.
Oh, right.
This was number 3 on the list of 23.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty fucked up.
Did we get to number 1? Have I already forgotten that?
Howard the Duck.
Right.
No, Star Wars. Sorry. Star Wars is number 1.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is number 2.
Okay.
I did them in the wrong order.
Okay.
But if you want to go like that. So that is my movie. Did you
actually watch it? Did you like sit and watch it through?
It's a lot of nothingness. No scenes ever go anywhere. I suppose if you know, so here's the thing, right? If this was the definitive Hunter S. Thompson movie, you could appreciate it because you know Fear and Loathing exists. You kind of see it, even though it came earlier, like a ripoff of Fear and Loathing.
You said it was based on one of his books. Was it?
I think Where the Buffalo Roam is one of his books. And I think that's where they took the name.
Like how similar it is, because Fear and Loathing, the movie, is identical to the book. It's incredible how they've done it.
I never read the book, but people say things. I remember when that came out, people were super into Hunter S. Thompson. Yeah. But anyway, I just thought it's something interesting to talk about. I didn't enjoy the parts that I saw. I like anything that's got background chaos.
But not intrigued enough to watch the whole thing. But I'm intrigued enough to like go and find some clips maybe.
I will maybe find you like a podcast or a documentary about it, something short. Because this is one of those where the chaos behind it, how it got made is more interesting than the actual. It's fucking ridiculously chaotic. Love Rick Astley. He put out a list this week. He got interviewed by The Guardian and they asked him a whole bunch of questions about his favorite songs.
Ooh.
Right? That he likes doing stuff to. The first song he fell in love with. Not like fell in love to, just a song. Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell.
Huh.
He also loves I Want to Be Like You from The Jungle Book.
Great song.
Good song. The song he always does at karaoke, Tell Us All the Time from Beauty and the Beast.
Really?
Sweet story to go with
You know
it.
what would have been cooler? Never Gonna Give You Up.
I remember Thomas Anders told us that story about how he just caught himself singing You're My Heart, You're My Soul at a friend's wedding and didn't realize it.
So funny.
A sweet story. His daughter loved Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
And so they always used to sing it together. So the first single he bought, Donna Summer, I Feel Love. That's good. That's
a
disco. You
good
can
song.
see it. You can see it.
Yeah, yeah.
A song he knows every lyric to, inexplicably, Never Gonna Give You Up. It's the only one he knows. He knows every lyric.
Really?
It's the only song he knows every single lyric to.
Not even any of his other songs?
That's surprising. You know, Rick Astley likes a joke. The best song to play at a party, according to Rick Astley, Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Not bad.
The song that changed his life.
Ooh.
Yeah. But now he talks about it this way, is that, so he plays drums in a band, he calls it a midlife crisis rock band called the Luddites. And they play everything from the Sex Pistols to the Clash to Blink-182. But he says anything by Foo Fighters.
Well, we know about
Because
that love story.
He played with them, loves it. The song he once played at his funeral, There Is a Light That Never Goes Out by the Smiths.
Huh.
Good song.
Not bad.
Very good song. The best song to have sex to. His answer, anything by Marvin Gaye, nothing by Rick Astley.
I'm going to agree with him on that one.
Dori, now I've got to play you something. The song he can no longer listen to. So you'd think, oh, maybe it's one of his own songs, he just plays it to death. He can no longer listen to I Should Be So Lucky by Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
But not for the reason you think. I'm going to reveal something to you that you've
No,
never...
I know this.
Okay.
I know
Our
exactly what
listeners
you're going to tell me.
Never fucking know this. Now, of course, Rick Astley and Kylie Minogue produced Stock Aitken Waterman. Very similar sounding, very similar produced. So, right, so you get it.
This was a conspiracy theory in the 80s already.
So I'm going to take a chance of playing this
Yeah.
in the show because it's modified.
Yes.
So I think we can do it.
Yes.
If you slow that down to 33 RPM, Kylie Minogue sounds like Rick Astley.
And the conspiracy theory was that there was no, like it was one or the other wasn't real.
Yes.
One was real and one was made up. And it depended on where you read the conspiracy as to who was real and who was made up. Yeah, Number One Magazine went large on this one.
Okay.
This is not news to me.
I may have missed that. But here is...
I wonder if Barrett knows this story.
Oh, he'll find out now. Here is what it sounds like when you take I Should Be So Lucky by Kylie Minogue and slow it down to 33 RPM. Sounds like Rick Astley. I mean...
I think if you slowed a lot of things down, it might sound like Rick Astley.
Probably if you take it from that higher pitch, but yeah. Good conspiracy. Good conspiracy theory, Dori.
I mean, at least they're not playing it backwards and getting like satanic messages.
Oh,
at
no,
least.
indeed not. Indeed not. Well, you mentioned Barrett there. One of his favorite people is hosting the BBC countdown of your ultimate 80s duet, Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yes.
Later this summer in the UK is hosting a show where they've asked BBC listeners to vote for their favorite 80s duet. Okay.
Ooh.
55 songs. I'm going to read some of them now. I took out.
Oh, so it's a list.
It's
you
a
have to
list
vote from.
You can vote for up to 5 of them.
Oh, we have to post this up because I want to vote.
I don't know if we can vote. BBC doesn't let you do shit.
Oh, if you're not like in the UK. But I want to at least see the list.
Sophie Ellis-Bextor, beautiful. I'm going to post this up on that 80 Show SA Facebook. I'm going to go through... Dori, so many duets here. I try to go just like the best ones, but they're all the best.
They're all from the 80s?
All from the 80s. I've taken out ones that probably bigger than just in the UK that we don't know, right?
Okay.
Okay. So Al Green and Annie Lennox, Put a Little Love in Your Heart.
Okay.
Fantastic. Aretha Franklin and George Michael. Oh. I knew you were waiting for me. Barbara Streisand and Barry Gibb.
Yes.
Guilty.
Yes, good song.
Good song. Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes. I had the time of my life.
Only a good song because of the movie.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a good song.
Okay.
Bronski Beat and Mark Almond. I Feel Love. That's a weird combo. It's a weird combo. Bryan Adams and Tina Turner. It's Only Love. The Communards and Sarah Jane Morris, Don't Leave Me This Way. David Bowie and Mick Jagger, Dancing in the Streets.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers, Islands in the Stream.
That's such a goodie.
Elton John and George Michael, Wrap Her Up. Yeah, exactly. You've heard it. You don't know it.
Have.
You don't know it instinctively. You've heard it. Eurythmics and Aretha Franklin, sisters, are doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
More so Annie Lennox and Freddie. Remember this: Freddie Mercury and Montserrat Cabal, Barcelona.
Oh wow! Yes.
Yeah, good. Yes. James Ingram and Michael McDonald, Yamo Be There.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, very good one. Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes, Up Where We Belong.
Cheesy.
It's so
cheesy. But yes.
I could not choose 5. And there's some more.
Oh yeah. Because I'm waiting for one specifically.
Kenny Rogers and Sheena Easton, we've got tonight. Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan, especially for you.
That's not the one I'm waiting for.
Lionel Richie and Diana Ross. Ooh, Endless Love.
Nice one.
Something gonna hold in my heart. Mark Almond and Gene Pitney.
Nice.
That's getting
that's so a good one.
So many by Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. The Girl Is Mine. Olivia Newton-John and Cliff Richard, Suddenly. Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson again, Say.
Yes.
Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder.
Ebony and Ivory. Of course.
Paula Abdul and the Wild Pair, a cat, an animated cat.
Yep.
Opposites Attract. Peebo Bryson and Roberta Flack, Tonight I Celebrate My Love. Again, so schmaltz.
That was my aunt's wedding song. You know, the first song that you danced to?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. Many people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush, this is for the hipsters. Don't give up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never liked that one, actually.
Pet Shop Boys and Dusty Springfield. What have I done? Oh, so good. What have I done to deserve this?
Winner.
Yeah. Philip Bailey and Phil Collins, Easy Lover. Both Phils. The Progues and Kirsty McCall, Fairy Tale of New York.
Yeah.
This is a fucking tough list story. Prince and Sheena Easton, You Got the Look. Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure.
Come on.
Quincy Jones featuring Ray Charles and Chaka Khan, I'll Be Good to You. Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Stop Dragging My Heart Around. Oh, I heard that the other day. That song's so fucking good. Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson, Get It. And UB40 and Chrissy Hind, I Got You, Babe.
Blech.
There are a lot of others.
Is Kiki D and Elton John not on there?
Can you? But that's not. Is that from? That's.
It might be from the 70s.
I think it's from the 70s.
Damn, because that's one of my faves.
Yeah. So that is the list. So many. I couldn't choose 5.
Well, I would definitely choose Pet Shop Boys for sure. They're in there. I don't know about the others. I think Kenny and Dolly I would choose.
Islands in the Stream.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna take it.
You think?
Because you gotta go like duets. Because like if you take.
No, I don't think Pet Shop Boys should win. I just love them so.
Like if you take Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel, like that's you're there.
Yeah, I know, but.
Something gonna hold me.
So goodie. Damn.
So
I want to see that whole list, man.
Gonna put it up, that 80 Show essay on Facebook. Everything else we spoke about today on that 80 Show essay on Facebook. The evil, demented Kylie Minogue. Hey, Kylie Astley.
Kylie played backwards
Astley,
and she
Rick
tells
Minogue.
you to take drugs, like lots of cocaine.
Cocaine-fueled show today.
German cocaine-fueled show.
Das gut. Das ist gut. Thanks for joining me, Dori, at the Goethe Institute. Do you think they'll appreciate our name, their name being attached to the show?
I mean, too late.
It's not their fault this happened. This is us. It could happen anywhere.
Auf Wiedersehen.